Hello and welcome to the United Devil channel with me, JB. I'm all doing extremely well this evening. Match day United versus Wolves. So a little bit late. I know it was planned for 7:45, but I've got a little tiny person there that I wasn't planned to have in. But look, they're needs must. So look, I'm a little bit late because of family stuff, but I'm here now. So look, hope you're doing extremely well. Get into this community, get into this chat. We may not be the biggest, but we're certainly not the smallest. And I do have the best community on here, so I'm very, 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 very fortunate. So look, guys, already in the chat, and I hope you guys are doing extremely well. So look, I apologise for being late, having to be a dad. So I'm not going to apologise for that, but these things try. So it's a working YouTube dad, right? Niku says, hi Juby, you handsome devil. Was getting worried there. Look, you are far too kind to me, and I hope you're doing extremely well. So as I say, the first thing I say is get into this amazing community, get into the chat, be respectful to the community, be respectful to the chat. Dino is in the house. Tulip Play is in the house as well. Scott is in the house as well. All the contingent are here. Herbie says late, disgraceful, not unlike this United team. I love it, mate. Absolutely brilliant. I do deserve the stick, but on this occasion, it's not my fault. I'm going to throw other people under the bus, the same as these players do. So look, again, I'm not a dictator of this chat. Get in with it. This is why these shows take so long, is because I do read out all of your comments. Absolute legends of this chat. So look, match day kickoff in about 19 minutes. I will go through the team. JB getting a punishment exercise. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Not Brett May says, imagine if United got beat. Mate, if they did, then it just goes to prove what I've been saying about this team, is that you can't trust them. JB has been on the naughty step. It's true. It's true. I have been. No, I've been doing stuff. I've got a little person just there who I'm having to. She's on the stream. She's just sat there. She's got no intentions of this. She's watching the iPad. I am on the naughty step. I love it. So look, let's go through the team. So Amorim is playing a legitimate back four. There is no ifs or buts, coconuts. Amorim has gone for a back four. So he's gone for a Dalot, Larmins, Heaven, a Martinez, Luke Shaw as a left back. Let's see how that goes. Casemiro, Ugarte in the middle. Dorgu on the right. Cunha on the left. Xerxes down the middle. And Chesko. United are going for a 4-3-3. Well, a 4-2-3-1. So I think it's a very, very interesting lineup. I'm expecting a win. As I said before, the reason why I'm expecting a win tonight is because these players have to be accountable. So Amorim is true to his word. He's going for a back four. So let's see what happens now. My concern at this point, and straight away my concern, is that Martinez, we don't have a lot of height. I'm not too necessarily concerned about Wolves' front players. But let's just look, get into the comments. Let me know what you think about the team. Let me know about what you think about the squad. Are you happy he's playing a 4-2-3-1? Are you happy he's gone to the back four? Do you think he's gone against the principles of what he is? Do you like that? Interesting to see what you think. Grace says, I missed the 3-4-3. Oh, Grace, I love it. Absolute legend of the chat. Are we getting it out today? There will be lots of that, Grace, today. There will be lots of get it out. I'm going to refrain from saying that today. But let's see how we go. Another phrase of mine is hoof it. That's pretty much standard fare. At this point, you can tell I've basically played Sunday League because pretty much the only shout is hoof it out. So look, I'm interested on your thoughts on a 4-2-3-1. Shesko, Xerxes starting as well. Look, I'm hoping that Xerxes can get a couple. I'm hoping that Shesko can get a couple of goals today. Dorgu again. So I'm really interested in this. I'm excited for the first time in this as well. Herbie says, I think we should wind JB up to where he wants to swear but can't because is it a little one? Is it? Oh, Herbie, mate. That's mean. That's mean, mate. I'm not going to swear because she's really little. She's like 6, and I need to watch my tongue. Who fit? You've been watching Alistair McAllister, mate. That's from back in the day. But I used to play. Hoof it out was always the shout. But I'm not going to. I'm going to be very articulate tonight. I'm going to be very, very articulate. I'm going to be very, very polite tonight. I'm on my best behaviour because my daughter will tell on me. She is a grass. So she will tell me. So look, this is our watch along for the Wolves game. Yeah, get in there. I want to know your opinions tonight. I want to know your transfer opinions. Let me know. Let me know about, do you think we're going to do business? Do you think we're not going to do business? I'm really quite interested in your opinions on that as well. Don't forget to shake it all about. Ryan says a lot of good games on tonight. Yes, there are. You do the hokey pokey and you turn around. You're going back on the naughty. Mate, I've got no intention of going back on the naughty step. I have to behave myself tonight. Otherwise, she'll grass me up. So tonight, some of the latest scores tonight are Burnley 1, Newcastle 2, Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 2, Forest 0, Everton 1, West Brighton I think have just equalised against West Ham as well. So penalty. It's a penalty. It's a goal or a penalty. Yeah. So and Brighton has scored a penalty. 1-1 West Ham and Brighton as well. And if we are looking at standings at the moment, according to the standings at the moment, United are 6th. So at the moment, with Chelsea drawing, it's still early days at the moment. If these results go our way and United win tonight, then United will legitimately, they could go 4th tonight. Now, against by what I actually think, I'm going to ask, do you think we're going to be in a top 4 race? I'm not going to. I'm not going to buy into that just yet. I refuse to. If we're in the top 4, top 5 after Arsenal, City, then maybe we can have that conversation. But as it stands, it's not a conversation. I guarantee you tomorrow, if we win tonight and we go 4th, I absolutely guarantee you it will be, all the channels tomorrow will be on this top 4 vibe. There'll be top 4 vibe. We can win the Premier League. Grace says it there. As Grace said it just there before, I've even had time to acknowledge the chat, is that we're in a title race. Grace, I'm not even going to go there. But look, guys, I like that. I like the enthusiasm of this chat. At times I can be a miserable git. I get that. I can be. But based on what I've seen so far. But look, JB, let's make Scott the tip of our pivot. There's only one tip that Scott likes. I've got to be careful about the things that I say. JB and Dino's favourite step, singing "Just Beat It." Score prediction, JB, after seeing the squad. I'm expecting us to win. I'm expecting us to win. I think we can get a couple of goals tonight. I think we could. I think we should score 4 goals tonight again. I'm expecting us to win big. I want us to put Wolves to the sword tonight. No, I want us to win. If I'm being honest, I think we'll go 3-1. Could be a 4-1 again. But who knows? Who knows? So I'm gonna go for a conservative 3-0, a 2-0 lead. I don't want us to throw it away like we did against a Bournemouth. So I think a 3-0. I'd love to go 4-5-0. But I think I'm going to go around the 3. I'm going to go 2 or 3-0, and I'm going to say Shesko's he's going to score. Top 4 pivot is on, JB. Oh, that bloody pivot. Luke Shaw is left back today. Let's see. I wish Luke Shaw was left back in the changing room, but let's see. Ryan says I think definitely in the race for top 4. 5-1 says Nick Aruzzi. It'll be tough, but we've got a chance, says Ryan. My only thing about that is if we go into a top 4 race, right, will Ineos then definitely not get any players because they'll think that we'll be able to compete. Now, and look, even I've got to acknowledge this, right? And I might surprise some people now. This league is so competitive this season. The problem for me, the main problem why I will not acknowledge a top 4 race yet is because I don't trust these players. In terms of if I use the logical part of my brain and say, look, it's a very, very competitive league. I think we do have the players to finish 4th. I think 4th is up for grabs. My only problem right now is I do not trust these players. If I could trust these players, I would enter that top 4 debate. Until we get to January, February time, and I mean the end of next month, February time, and if we're still in the conversation, then I will happily acknowledge it. So let's see what we do tonight, and then maybe I will revisit the conversation in my own head. Caleb says hi. Hello, my friend. I hope you're doing extremely well. Let's get back to the chat. Grace says 8-0 or Amrin has to be sacked. Sully says we should be holding up the ball and linking up well up front tonight. I agree. Scott Old Gobridge thinks we have a shot at winning the league this year. Dino, come on, Dino. That's not true. Gobridge, come on, that can't be true. That can't be true. If Goldbridge thinks that we've got a shot at winning the league, he's a fucking idiot. Oops. 10-0, all we've right, says Dino. 8-0, and JB gets it out. Look, if we win 8-0, I will take off my top. What's lined up for Delo? If your man performs tonight, maybe a performance review. JB Scott looking through the windows again. If he looked through my windows, it'd be extremely boring. Herbie says Wolves might play without fear, knowing they're going down. We will know within the first 5 minutes which version of these melts have turned up. And Herbie, that is exactly it, my friend. We don't know. We don't know what idiots are going to turn up tonight. Gobridge hasn't said that, said Grace. £1 in the swear jar. Oh, she's got her headphones in. She hasn't turned round just yet, so but she's probably heard, and she probably is going to grass me up. So look, if you have just joined the team, Delo, right back, Lamens, Heaven, Martinez, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Ugarte, Dorgu, Xerxes, Cunha, and Shesko, and the teams are about to come out. So United, or swap for a 5-minute timeout if you don't have a quid to put in the jar, mate. I've got 3 kids, mate. I've got no money, mate. It all gets taken up by them. I've got £0. No money because they take the cash, don't they? So right, so let's see this. That the teams are coming out. Stand in the corner and think, I know, I need to. Do you know? I do. I do need to stand there. I do. The kids would love to put me on naughty spot and leave me there. I think Martinez is captain tonight as well, by the looks of it. Martinez is captain tonight. I love that, by the way. Look, I'm going to say this. As much as I don't trust these players tonight, I actually, other than 2 players, possibly 3, I actually like these players tonight. These bunch of players that are playing out, I actually quite like these players. There's probably only 2 players in this squad right now that I probably don't like, and you can probably guess. But other than that, I'll name the players that I like. I like Lemens, Heaven, Butcher, Ugarte, Dorgu, Xerxes, Cunha, Shesko. Casemiro, I like him. It's not his fault. Other than that, the left and the right backs are not my favourite. But I actually quite like these players tonight. First time in a very, very long time. I actually don't mind these players. I think they're still low IQ. Not all of them, but what we are seeing tonight is we're seeing Cunha, Shesko and Dorgu. We're seeing Amarin's players tonight. The Butcher's back. Heaven's in there. I'm actually I'm liking this team tonight. I'm actually, for the first time, there's a smile on my face, and I'm looking forward to the game because I like this formation. I like these players. I really want this team to do well tonight. I want these players to give Amarin a problem. I really like this team tonight. I'm really pleased. Good score prediction. Scott 4-1 and Villa 2-1. Villa to smash Arsenal would be good to open up the league. Hope Villa do win. I've got a bet on them. Villa are about to smash Arsenal. Kids, no matter how nice Dad is, we always get grassed up regardless. Herbie, you couldn't have summed it up better, mate. Absolutely summed it up fantastically well. Joe, it doesn't matter what we do from, doesn't matter how much cash we give them, they will grass us up. You spend all your quids buying reindeer. Mate, I got my revenge on the reindeer because I ate some of them. So I'm not gonna. I tell you what, reindeer steak is delicious. If you get a chance, reindeer steak is delicious. So all I'm saying to you is, if you get a chance, reindeer steak is absolutely delicious, and I would give it a go. So look, tonight I'm excited. This is the first time in a long time that I'm excited about this team. I'm excited about this relatively youngish team. I think it's got a good mixture of youth, youngish players, mid players. Not youth players, but I'm excited tonight. I'm excited for the first time in a very, very, very long time. So the men's Dallo, Heaven, Martinez, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Ugarte, Dorgu, Xerxes, Cunha and Shesko. I think this is a very, very mobile side tonight. And let's see what we can do. Substitutes being the Fletchers, both of the Fletchers, Lacey, Fredrickson, Malacia, Obi, Mantato and Yoro. That bench is young as well, by the way. I like this side tonight. I like this. I know it's enforced, but I really like this side tonight. This is a side which I wanted to see all season. OB is on the bench. It's a young side. I know it's enforced, but look how many players we've got on the bench tonight. So hopefully we're going to see some more of these young players tonight. I'm really, really looking forward to this match. I'm actually quite excited tonight. So what are you guys saying? Let's have a little look. I'd fancy Ollie Watkins at United. Still is a great player when he's fit, and I like that. I do. Scott says if United get top 4, has to get the R9. Oh, gee, what that one that does that. Jesus Christ! If we get 4th, I will promise I will shave my head. Villa to beat Arsenal 6-1. Crazy odds. We're on a 12-game win streak. Have a good record against Arsenal. Look, James Lynch, mate. I hope Villa win. I want Villa to win the league. Look, mathematically, we can still win the league, right? But look, I don't think that's going to happen. So let's get into this. So which half will we play decent in? Hopefully this half. Is Raiders similar to the version I've been looking at? I've been looking at going to Lapland next. Scott, go to Lapland. It is amazing, mate. Absolutely go. Go to Saraselka. There's a place called Saraselka, and there's like I can send you the stuff. Go to Saraselka because it is absolutely amazing. Watkins is a good player. I agree. Reindeer. Sorry, I'm late. Andrew, not a problem, my friend. Kickoff is just started. The R9 haircut, but only the fringe. Oh my good lord. Not on my watch, mate. I guarantee you I am behind already. And I mean in terms of football. That's good, Casemiro. Agate. Dallo. Wolves got it back. Or United are on the hunt. It's a decent start. Going to grab a screenshot and Photoshop. You should do it, mate. 100% do it. I only want to go for a polar bear because you didn't. Did you see any polar bears? No polar bears at all, mate. There are 0 polar bears. There are brown bears, which is not the same. Wolverines, wolves, and not the Wolves that are playing tonight. Here we go. Go on, Cunha. I like what Cunha's doing. Lapland says more like I'm back in my younger days. I've actually been to a place called Lapland. Just don't tell the missus, because she's not going to be happy. But that was before I met the missus, by the way. So it's all good. It is all good. All right, Cunha's over the ball. So Cunha's. Cunha with the set piece. Terrible ball by Cunha there. I'm gonna find the United game on my laptop. Do it. Was that a corner? So we've got a corner. That was a terrible free kick. That wasn't great. The Wolves defender didn't see it and had to put it out. Luke Shaw is going to take a corner now from the left-hand side. The problem is we don't have height in there. JB got a dance of a woman called Cinnamon. Right, Luke Shaw with the corner. Oof! And nearly went straight in by Luke Shaw. Already on Google search for a business with that name and nutmeg. Ugarte. United have come out and they've got a good start. Popping this ball around to Casemiro, Ugarte. Now this is a combination that I want to see. Ugarte's just put a pass together. Luke Shaw. Alright, I don't want to see this sideways passing. Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. Sideways passing. Make a move. Back to Luke Shaw on the left. Why was Luke Shaw playing a long ball there? That was a good tackle. They're hunting in packs, closing down Wolves. Can Wolves escape? That was nice by Gomez there. Wolves on the attack now down the left-hand side. I'll tell you one thing I did forget to do is I did forget to do a preview show of Wolves, but to be quite honest with you, it's no different to the other game. So that's a great ball. That is an absolute fantastic ball. And Cunha has broken through. Fantastic by Cunha there. Oh, unlucky. It's a free kick again. Just need to bide our time, says Dino. Tell you what, good work by Cunha. Good work by Cunha there. Absolutely all day going to lose the ball, but some good play there by Cunha. I like that. I like what he's done there. So, I like those players that win the free kicks. All those little pieces, because it all comes together, right? So we've got another free kick on this left-hand side. That was some really, really good work by Cunha. Right. Cunha's over this ball. What's he going to do with this? No Bruno Fernandes taking the free kicks. What can Cunha do here? Dorgu Ugarte on the edge of the box. Cunha's lifted it in. Terrible again by Cunha. Terrible by Cunha. Absolutely got rinsed there by Arias. Got absolutely obliterated then. Terrible. Another terrible ball by Cunha. Checking for a handball. Checking for a handball. Possible penalty. Nah. Bet the dancer was over the ball as well. First 6 minutes, United are pressing. Two good opportunities there for Cunha to get this ball in. It's not great. Wolves come out. United are hunting impacts and need to work on their crossing, which I think they've always had to do. Dino, I think one of the things about this team for me is that they couldn't cross a road at times, and that's the one thing that they do. Andrew says, I feel he's pressured since he's playing against his old club. Yeah, I don't disagree, Andrew. I think it's almost like that thing, right, where you want to go back to not try to prove them wrong, but that's nice by Ugarte. I just think he's so eager. Is Shesko up top, JB, or is it Xerxes? I think Shesko's up front. I think Shesko's playing that false sort of 9. I think he's playing in a diamond, actually. I think he's playing, you've got Ugarte, Casemiro, and then I think Xerxes playing at the tip of that spine. I think he's almost got like a free roll. That's nice by Xerxes. Lots of passing, lots of side to side at the moment. To Luke Shaw. I don't want to see these long balls. I think Shesko and Xerxes are rotating, says Dino. Yeah, I think when one goes forward, one goes back. Obviously, I think Shesko is the main outlet. It's just no... The problem with this 4-3-3 at the moment, there's just a lot of passing side to side. There's not a lot of penetration. It's all gone a little bit not flat. Who's in the pivot check? Well, Hobi says Ugarte's been okay. He's better when defending and not on the ball, which of course is not what we want to be doing. Not looking promising at the moment. Ikarusa is a bit of a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one. I think you're right. I think Ugarte is better when he's good ball. As unlucky. Why is Dallo there? Why is he? Dallo, why is he up there? There is no passing playmaker centrally. Agreed, and this is where Fernandez would be good. There is no passing playmaker centrally. We need to stretch some more, and this is where Bruno Fernandez would play well in this game. There's a lot of side to side. Are you all happy seeing 3-4-3? The thing is, as well, one of the things that, again, we've been saying, or what I've been saying here is that I don't think it's the formation of Amorim. I don't necessarily think it's the 4-3-3. These players are... Amorim has given people what they want to see. A 4-2-3-1, right? Or 4-3-3, but he's playing with a back four, right? Why is Delo playing left back at home? Don't have Peacock, so I'm watching the score live. Gala is the best, bro. Don't forget that. Okay. Yeah, at the moment, Andrew, there is not a lot, my friend, to really watch. United are... It feels quite flat. Who cares about the formation? Playing left back on the sofa. This feels really flat. Just win the game, says Grace. And yeah, Grace, I'm with you tonight. I don't care. Let's just get it not looking good, devoid of a playmaker. I agree, Herbie. It just feels really flat. Why are they pumping long balls? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's really bizarre. And people can blame left back in my bed, says Grace. And people are going to blame some sort of rotation going on with Cunha, Dorgu, and Xerxes. Agree. As flat as stripper's pole. This is a strange one. This reminds me of Ten Hag football. Very, very Ten Hag football. But this does go to show for me that squad depth is not there. I agree, Sally. There's nobody shown for the ball. It needs a spark. There is nobody there. Stop moaning. It's been 12 minutes. Wolves just sitting in. Need to just up the tempo and stretch up. I'm not moaning. It's just, again, there's another ball wasted. Very flat. Very, very flat. Let's see if United can bed into the game. The chewing out on this side for Wolves. Jesus. Jamie says, hello, Jibby. Hope you're having a great holiday. Season 2-1 against Wolves. Jamie, I hope you're doing extremely well, my friend. All the way from Dallas. And yeah, my friend, hope you had a good holidays. Back to the real world now. Wolves have clearly been watching the last game against us and keeping us at bay. Well done, Heaven. It feels like a behind closed doors BT match. This is Dyer. Well done, Shesko. We're not pretty to watch this, Dino. No. But again, people are clamouring for a back four. This is what they've got. This is what they've got. Go on, Shesko. That's good by Shesko. That's great by Shesko. Oh, Shesko. Really good by Shesko. Excellent by Shesko there. Excellent. Harry Brandon says, hello, Harry. Anderson says, sideways and long balls. Tell you what, Shesko's done well there. He just needs that one goal. Rumours of Xerxes from agreed from what I've seen online. Yeah, I think Xerxes is going to go. I do. I think he's going to go. It gives a little ray of light, maybe to a transfer. I don't know. That was excellent from him. Really, really good from Shesko there. The Wolves have got the ball. Wolves look quite comfortable. A lot of sideways passing. It's back. They've gone all the way back. Need to replace him though, JB. We do, Dino. Agreed. Wolves not looking bad. Herbie, I don't know if this is us making Wolves look good, or whether they're actually better. I mean, it's another long ball over the top. Play to feet. Why are we not playing to feet? Where's this attacking, expansive football with 15 minutes in? And it's not looking good. Oh, someone do something. I mean, but I do think you're right, Dino. Wolves are not looking bad. Yeah, they're not. Dino, we do need to replace him. I think we need to replace him with centre midfielder. Wolves organised our attackers and making them look organised. I think Wolves are organised. I think that we're making them look good. I mean, we've got everybody behind the ball. Where's the outlet? We're inviting them to attack. Thought it was only Bruno who plays the Hail Mary passes. Was that Shesko there? Why is Shesko defending? Why is Shesko defending? I don't understand. This is boring already. Right, that's nice from Wolves. Herbie says, got to make changes at half time. Need someone who can get the foot on the ball and create who's on the bench. Well, on the bench, we have the two Fletchers, Fredrickson, Lacey, Malacia, Mintato, Yoro and Obi. That's our bench. This game needs a spark. This game needs an absolute spark. Omnias can make the bottom of the league look defensively solid. Looks like we're set up to play on the counter. Agreed, Scott. Agreed. This is very, very Ten Hag football. That's better. Come on, Ugarte. Use it. That's to Dallo. Go on, Dallo. Come on, Dallo. Need to channel your inner Fernandez. That's lovely by Casemiro. Unlucky by Casemiro. Offside. Trying to keep positive right now. I really am. I really, really am. Wolves have no threat and need to get that goal. Agree, Sully. I think Wolves don't know. I think what Edwards is trying to do is he's trying to, like you said, JB, we need a spark. We need a spark. We need something. We need something. Just get that opening goal. Make Wolves chase the game. I think Edwards has probably got them. He needs to channel his inner grace. I do. We do. I said that it will be 0-0 half time, says Chris. I just don't understand why we play like this at home. Not keen on the idea, but perhaps stick Martinez in the midfield for second half. Mascara's come away with the ball. Cross. Erik Adair. Huang. I'm going to be positive and need to remain positive in this match. We need something, Herbie. You're right, and this is why we need a centre midfielder. This is why we need a all action drive, a midfielder that can pick up the ball and spark something into life. I mean, we're inviting Wolves on to us. I don't know what I'm watching. Oh, this game needs a spark. That's really good by Wolves. Erik, Casemiro being really tidy there. There is no outlet for him. If we're playing on the counter, where is the outlet? Chelsea game is wild, says Andrew. Let's have a little look at the Chelsea game. This doesn't look right. 2-2. This there is something wrong here. There is something wrong here. There is something wrong here. I don't understand what's the difference between this game and the game against the Geordies. You know, why could we be more expensive in halves and now we're not? But these players are static. Where is the movement? Heaven, go on, Heaven. That's nice by Shesko. Go on, Dallo. Heaven, Dallo. What is Dallo doing? I mean, get onto the ball. The hunted in packs. Corner? No. This goes to show for me. Caleb says, did they score? No. Amrin barking orders, no idea what's going on. What subs have we got? Can we sort this out? No, Chris, we don't have the subs, my friend. We've got, look, unless one of these kids can come on. We've got the Fletchers on the bench. Fredrickson, Lacey, Malacia, Mentato, Obi, and a Euro. JB, what minute are you on? I'm on 22:25. I'm on 22:25, mate. So there's roughly about 20 seconds in between it. The Neville Regents. Come on, this game needs a spark. Back to Heaven. It's just sideways passing. That's nice by Xerxes. That's nice by Xerxes. Oh, Shesko's heavy touch there. That's good by Dallo. Johnny Hill says, Amrin's actually such a weird guy. First half against Newcastle back four was good. Second half back five was awful. And yet this game he goes back. And yet this game he goes back five. It's not back five, mate. He's not, mate. He's playing the back four. Found the United game, but I'm 2 minutes delayed. Don't worry, Andrew. I'll keep you up to date. No, he's playing the back four, mate. He's definitely playing a back four. 23:54. So we're on about 24th minute. Yeah. So I'm 20:24. Exactly 24:03. Could be actually. Could be. I think this is some weird hybrid. I don't know what this system is. I don't know. It's and as you said there, we're dog shit. And Max, look, I've been saying this for the longest time. Right, this is why I say we'll finish somewhere between 8th and 10th, because I don't trust this side. Xerxes doesn't want to be here, and I think Xerxes Kirk. I think you're right, mate. I think Xerxes will go. I think right now this is a make-do team. It just goes to look, this is a failure. This is a failure on Ineos and the Glazers, right? Because if you look at the billions of pounds that we've spent on this squad, it's a failure that we don't have a second string team. This team is so inconsistent. I think we can get a win. And it says, I'm all the way in the Dominican Republic. It's reasonable, says Andrew. We just need a goal. We just need a goal. And as I keep saying, this is what I don't trust these players. I don't like these players. Football says, how's the game? I'm watching the big game tonight. The game is awful. Turgid, boring. Come on, Dorgu. Go on. Oh, are you hot? Liv? You alright? Okay.
I only want one in.
Go on, Heaven. Go on, Heaven. Go on, Heaven. Go on, Xerxes. Get in there! Go on, Xerxes. Get in there. Get in there, Xerxes. Oh, get in there, Xerxes. Get in there.
Get in there.
Get in there. Oh.
This is passing my yogurt.
Oh.
This is getting my passing.
Get in there, Xerxes.
This
There you go, sweetheart.
Thanks.
Get in there. It doesn't matter. And all thanks to Aiden Heaven, by the way. Max says lucky. Yeah, but Max, a goal's a goal, mate. Deflection, it was, but you know, I'll take it back. If you get us a hat trick, still waiting to see it. Look, it was a lucky goal. Well done to Xerxes. I'm pleased he scored. Dubious goal, by the way, but look, 1-0. I'll take it. A win's a win. Xerxes just added more money to his transfer fee. Exactly. Oh, it needed that. It really did need that. Black Echo Hobbit says 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. It is. I don't. Neville, Neville, man. I mean, look, I can be a miserable git, right? I say what I see. This game isn't great, but a goal's a goal. Even Neville is not happy. Oh. Come on, Martinez. Neville's a wally. Heaven player from Heaven, says Max. I really like Heaven. That was made by Heaven and doing something. I hate live TV. I'm always delayed, mate. I'm not too far off here, my friend. It's Heaven again. So he says, Heaven just said, give me the ball and went for it. Love this kid. Agreed. Since his first game, he's only getting better respect to whoever's getting. And this is Nicky Russo. This is what I've been saying today. Is that whoever has scouted Heaven needs to have a pay rise. Oh, here he goes, Dallo. Please, Aaron, don't tell them to sit back. Now we could exactly. Neville needs thrown in the ocean so he can go to France. Oh, he just winds me up. He's such a dour. Dallo. Ugarte. Casemiro. Finally, I saw the goal. Andrew, scrappy goal, but you know, a goal's a goal. Look, we're winning 1-0. A goal's a goal. Black Echo says, I'm 80% sure it's going to be 2-2. Max says, what is wrong with him? He's just... Look, I can be as miserable as the next person, right? But I'm still going to support this club. You know, you don't have to support the players. More so for me, I support us fans, right? I'm happy when we score because we're happy. It makes us happy. Just because I can't stand this ownership, just because I can't stand these players, that's really nice by Shesko. Oh, Cunha. That's nice. Go on, Dorgu. And says, I think I'm not delayed anymore. That's always good. Wolves don't look like scoring at all. We just need to bury the game. Agree, Sally. We need to put them to the sword. We do need to. We do need to. It's Heaven's again having a good game here. Oh, Dallo. Dallo's so wasteful. He's so wasteful. He really is wasteful. That's a terrible ball by Wolves there. That's Dallo. That's Martinez to Luke Shaw. That's nice by Cunha. Nah, that's not a great ball. The problem is that you just don't know what you're going to get from game to game. But still, 1-0 to United. Xerxes scored. You could argue a lucky goal, but look, great work by Heaven. Tony Ram was gone. Thank you, Nicky Russo. Rob James says United in 4th Champions League spot. Still want Amarin sacked. Some fans. Maybe says love him or hate him, but at least Bruno always makes the games interesting with his various antics. This is short to watch. Do you think? Oh, Shesko. Do you think if Heaven scores, his celebration should be DJ Sammy Heaven? Mbumo bench now. Andrew Mbumo's gone to the AFCON, mate. He's not here. He's playing for Cameroon. Heaven needs to do something, right? I will celebrate wildly if Heaven scores. It's Gomez. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I do not want another 1-0. Well, James, it might not be pretty or what people want, but it gets them back into Champions League this season. Come on. Jesus says, yeah. I agree with you. You know, Amarin is Amarin can't win, right? Amarin can't win. And Nick says, I watched some of the AFCON in Burma, not looking that sharp out there. Good times are coming, says Rob James. And this is why I want to stick with the coach. You've got to look at what, if this is what you have to look at what he's dealing with. I guarantee you, a lot of us on here have been consistent, right? In terms of we want Amarin to stay, we want to do something different. right? But I guarantee you tomorrow, if we're in fourth, you'll get flip flops tomorrow saying that we are in a top 4 race, right? Look, mathematically we are. Let's see. If we get through this period and we're still up there in top 4, top 5, even my miserable mind will have to admit that we are in the top 4, top 5 race. Thanks, sweetheart. Rob just says, I hope your channel does big numbers in the new year. A down to earth, decent fella. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it, my friend. Oh, Wang. Most accurate time on a game scoreline is watching the score on a betting app. Look, Rob, the only way this channel is only as good as the people on it, right? You know, I'm just me, but what makes this channel is you guys on here. Chesko looks like he wants a couple of goals today. Really at it. Grimmer says you look like Jamie Carragher if he was over 6 feet. Thanks, mate. That's great. Go on, Chesko. Unlucky Chesko. I get told I look like Rude Van Nistelrooy, Carragher. Yeah, I get all sorts, mate. Many reasons I don't sit in front of rows at a game. Always a chance of getting smashed in the face with a ball. There's many things that I could say about being smashed in the face with balls, but I'm going to refrain from it. My daughter's there, so I'm just going to refrain from it. 36 minutes gone. Have they signed anyone or looking at sign anyone? So, Rob, I'll give you my opinion on it. So, Neves has been mentioned, 15 million, but it looks like he's going to go to Madrid, I think, but we should be all over that. I tell you my opinion, Rob. I think it's going to be Conor Gallagher on loan or nothing. I've been on that train for quite some time. If Xerxes goes, I think that potentially there's a chink of light that we do something. But I'm of the opinion right now it's either Gallagher on loan with an option to buy or nothing at all. So let's see. Fingers crossed I'm wrong in it. Scott says it looks like JB looks like Mr. T. So Dorgu. Oh, Dorgu. They definitely put too many players back when Wolves get a set piece, ruining the chances of a counter. Gallagher on loan was like says Beans. You weren't supposed to say anything. JB off to the naughty step for you. That's true. That is true. I couldn't help myself. So look, I'm with Beans. If you've watched the channel before, I'm adamant on this. Luke Shaw. But look, there is Neves, Edison. I think there's talk of him. Gallagher. Just don't believe all the belabor and Anderson stuff. This is Luke Shaw with the ball over the top. Go on, Shesko. What a save. Shesko. Belabor in the summer. Yep. Oh, Shesko's done well there. Oh, post. Oh, Neville, shut up. That's a great header. Oof. Another corner coming in. Come on, Shesko looks at it tonight. Oh. Shesko, come on, thought he scored. Yeah, I want him to score tonight. Shesko looks on it tonight. Shesko looks absolutely on it tonight. I think so far, are we playing the back three? I don't know. Create a little more now to Sully. Yes, I do agree that we are. Is United playing now? You can sort of call it that. Down that goal is incoming for Shesko. Just needs to hit the crossbar and the opposition post now before he gets his goal. Shesko is scoring. I'm calling it, says Andrew. We need the second goal. We need the second goal. That's great by Mascara from Wolves. Another cross into the box. Erik Adair. Wolves end to end. That's Dorgu there. Where's Luke Shaw there? If Shesko can't score against this Wolves team, then I don't know what to make of him. I want to know where Luke Shaw is there. I want to know where Luke Shaw is there. That's a good chance. So glad Cunha isn't playing against us. That's nice. Do something with it. That's nice by Cunha. Oh, Xerxes. Xerxes not having the best game here. Shesko needs time and be patient. And Beans, mate, I've been saying this. We've been saying this on here. How can you judge? I mean, niche fan, who's always on here, respect a niche fan. Today we were having a conversation. And look, I'm not calling him out, and I'm not calling niche fans' opinion out. I think Erik Adair here. Where is that? Where is that defence? Where is that defence? Good save by Lamens there. What are we doing? Well done, Lamens. Well done, Lamens there. We were sort of having a conversation today about how he thinks he's a flop. I don't like the word flop, and again, this is not me calling him out. Oh, Wolves are on the attack here. Wolves really fancy this. Wolves really fancy this. Nikaruch says, you have to question what's going through some of these players' heads. The passing is atrocious. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get, is this Amorim? Is this the lack of quality? Is this the lack of depth? I agree, Herbie. This is atrocious stuff. Why are we letting Wolves come to Old Trafford and they're pinning us in right now? Doherty's running through. This is disgraceful. The first touch is bad when it's a long ball. It's just Wolves are having a whale of a time. The issue in this game is a case of Ugarte and Xerxes can't pass. There is no outlet here. And I think Grace said it at the top, is that Ugarte can't pass. And this is why we're screaming out for a midfielder. We're screaming out for it. Ugarte is simply a number to fill the team sheet. I agree with you. I mean, I want to know where Luke Shaw is right now. I mean, Ugarte at this point is just a piece of meat, right? No pace or creativity in the midfield. I'm going to close my eyes and reminisce of the days of King Erik. Wolves are the better side. I think on the balance of play, I would say that it's quite equal. I'd say that at the moment, I think Wolves have ended the half better. I think that United plays with much higher tempo this season compared to previous seasons. I mean, it means it's difficult. I think they play high tempo at certain parts of the season. I mean, where's the shout? Where is the shout? We're seeing this again. We start games okay, and then we get worse and worse and worse. This is the sort of the structure of games. Is this? We start off reasonably well, and then we get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until the opposition score. We wake up, we score again, and then Amorim will go defensive. For fuck's sake! It's been coming. It's been coming. Wolves have scored. It's been absolutely coming. What an atrocious half of football. It's been coming. Atrocious. Embarrassing. Embarrassing again. Absolutely embarrassing. 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 Absolutely embarrassing. It's embarrassing. 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 And this is why, and nobody believes me. Nobody believes me, right? And this is not a case of me trying to be right. This is not a case of me trying to be right. This is not me saying that I told you so. This is not me wanting to be right. This is why I keep saying, and people don't listen to me because they obviously want the team to do well, and I get that. Negativity gets aimed at my door, which I do get it. I keep saying between 8 and 10 because of this. Because of this is what you see. It's terrible. We can't string two passes together. And this is why I don't trust these players. And it's not, Dino. It's not. It's not. And now I do agree with Max. I think that the Wolves have been the better team. How can we let Wolves come to our home and there's booze. And there's booze. Look, the most frustrating thing here. Look, Xerxes needs to go. That's a fact. I take the positivity that the keeper did at least dive in the right way. That's the annoying thing about us. I keep saying this over and over and over again. This is not aimed at this channel. This is not aimed at you guys. I read, I hear, I see. I've been sent things. I know what we are. I predicted a win today. It's the way we are coached. And Max, look, you could be right. You could be right, Max. You could be 100% right. But my comeback to that, Max, is Amarin is not on the pitch. And Max, look, I'm not coming back at your view because I think that's a valid opinion, right? But Amarin doesn't go on the pitch and tell Xerxes not to pass, nor says hi. Not Brett Mayer says, how did Wolves score? Yes, they did. Amarin doesn't make Xerxes crap. Amarin doesn't make Ugarte not be able to pass. That is on the players. That is ability. That is the ability of these players. That's got nothing to do with Amarin. What are the other scores? I'll give you the other scores on the ground. Newcastle 2, Burnley 1, Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 2, Everton 1, Forest 0, West Ham 2, Brighton 2, 0-0 between Aston Villa and Arsenal. I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep banging on this drum until I'm blue in the face with this team. It's just unbelievably bad. And look, I don't want to be right on this, right? And Max is saying blah 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 blah, blame the players, right? I'm not just blaming the players here, Max, right? Because Amarin, and if you've watched me before, I will call out Amarin here, right? But Max, Amarin has played a back three. He's now playing this hybrid. No, I've just answered the question, mate. It's 0-0. Amarin is playing a back three. He's playing a hybrid. He's playing different ways of playing, and these players cannot respond to what Amarin is trying to do. Look, I will admit Amarin's style of play isn't great, but what is he supposed to do? Right. Right. Okay. I'm going to have to transport a little person. No, I'm not. I'm good for a second. And look, this is a mixture. Look, I've been saying this, Max, and look, I get the frustration. I get the frustration on everything here, right? You've got a manager that is Amorim the right guy? It's difficult to say. You've got a manager I don't believe is right for these players. You've got the players that are a mishmash of players who are not his players. It's a mess, Max. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. It's is it the wrong manager for these players? Probably yes. Let me bring her in. Or do you want her to stay here for a minute?
Can I talk?
No. Do you want her to?
Hello.
Do you want her to stay here?
No, she can come in.
Okay.
She should be in bed.
Okay. Right. Come on, you. Come on, you.
Hey, baby.
Come on, you. Let's go.
You okay, darling?
Let's go. Let's go. Go, go, go.
Ah, lovely. Thank you. You're so tired. You're tired? You must be shattered. Take a minute.
You all right, mate? You all right? Yeah.
I need to stay here.
Let me chuck you indoors. Come here. Now I'm back. Oh, now I'm back. Oh. Yeah, I am. Hopefully, I'm not in. The shopping has just turned up from Tesco. Yeah, so yeah, I'm probably in the doghouse right now because I'm not there to put the Tesco shop away. Oh well. Yeah, so the Tesco man has just arrived. Yeah. Grace says your wife sounds sweet punching. I am, Grace. I'm punching well above my rate. My weight. She is beyond me. So I am punching. I really am punching. All things that are general. I thought I'd slip it up and clean. So look, I think Max does make a good point. I think this is a mess right now. I don't think it matters what formation we play. I semi-agree with Max. I do think Amorim is partly to blame here, but look, I'm not. I promise you, Max. I promise you, I'm not just blaming. Ricky B says, "I thought you'd be a Waitrose man." Well, Ricky. For the big shop, we go to Tesco. For the sort of little bits and pieces, we do go to Waitrose. There is one up the road, so we do go to Waitrose, but we do the main shop at Tesco. We are normal people. We are similar, but Waitrose I do like. Their Christmas biscuits are first class. Waitrose are they are good and not as expensive as you think they are. There are some ridiculous things there, by the way, but no. Waitrose are first class. JB's got 20,000 subs. He doesn't have enough our rep for Waitrose. It's true. So 29k subs as well, by the way. We really are onto the journey of 30,000, and as soon as I promised, as soon as we get to 30k, I will be giving away some shirts. So the quicker we get to 30,000, I will just check live. The sooner we get to 30,000, we are 29,364. So the sooner we get to 30,000, the sooner we give away those shirts. But look, I think it's a congratulations to the community. Look, if it was, and everybody says it, all right, whenever they get 1,000 subscribers or they get 2 or 3, people thank their communities, right? I genuinely mean it, because without you guys, there is no community. The channel doesn't exist. So whilst, yes, 29,000 together, this really is a win for the community. It pushes us. It pushes us forward. It makes us JB subs. JB doing a show rocking a Flower Power t-shirt. JB also up to £4 for the sweat. Yeah, I'm gonna lose money. This show is going to cost me money. She's gone now. So I've been taking a shot every time you swear. Tell you what, mate, I'm gonna get you hammered. I'm just saying. So where are we? Second half should be start in, and I do get the frustration of people. I think everybody's looking for somebody to blame, right? I think this is just a big, massive mess. That I think that I don't even know if this is gonna sort itself out, on the basis that I don't know if we're gonna sign players next season. We need to get rid of 4 or 5 players. Are we going to have the ability? I think this season is going to be very, very up and down. I think the one thing at the moment is saving our season is the fact it's a very, very competitive season. I worry. I keep saying this over and over again. Tonight, the first time in a long time I've said we're going to win tonight, because I want to hold these players accountable tonight. Swear jar will be donated to the wife. Just don't start swearing 100 times in it. I won't. When you get in Love Honey to sponsor you, I need my 20% discount. Oh, Grace, I love it. You be the reason I died, in Dino's words. Too many shots to the face. Yeah. Johnny Hill says Amrin needs to, at this point, accept he's never getting plays for a back three and he needs to switch or leave. Johnny, I agree with you. I agree, Johnny. There are 2 things here. If Amrin wants to play his system, he needs players. If he's not going to get his players, Johnny, just go. Because what is the point? This club has brought in a manager, which they clearly have no idea. I nearly swore then. Has no idea how to run a club, and they brought in a manager. Just imagine, and again, imagine if they'd have brought in a manager who plays a back 4. JB probably got a cucumber in his Tesco shop. Oh yeah. Oh, what a cucumber is a staple of any household. A cucumber goes with anything. Dino says, I don't need to say anything wherever floats the cucumber. If we played a back 4, wouldn't we still play 3 at the back in possession? Organic cucumber, says Grace. Clearly got standards. I don't know what we're doing, Grace. Whatever we're doing, it's not working. Xerxes has been useless. He scored a goal, so you've got to give him props for that. Cunha has been in and out of the game. I think Shesko's looked really, really lively. I think that Dallo has been ineffective. And look, I'm not saying that he's having a bad game. I'm just saying that he's he's ineffective. Heaven's been up there for me. Luke Shaw, non-existent. Martinez, I don't think he's having the greatest game. Gray says organic cucumber, a staple of any relationship. Organic, no need for rapid. First date props. I can't. Yeah. I have no words. You lot are disgusting. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I'm kidding. Yeah. So, I mean, tell me what you think of the first half. I mean, look, I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it in the match reaction after the show. Probably why JB gets a cucumber delivered rather than see the cashier's face at the till. John Queen says, wow, what am I watching? This team is absolutely killing me. This team kills me every single... Oh, we've got a substitution. Fletcher's coming on. Fletcher's coming on again. So we've got another Fletcher. Fletcher is coming on again. Xerxes going off. Jack Fletcher is on. Xerxes is gone off. The end of Xerxes. I think that is the end. I think that is the end of Xerxes for me. We are switching to a 4-3-3. Yeah. Xerxes gone off. Xerxes gone. Xerxes gone. I do think this is the back four. I like him, Dino. Go on, Dorgu. That's a great ball by Dorgu. Oof, unlucky. I like these young players. You know, I want some fresh blood into this team, and I do think he's good. I think he's got potential, and I want to see these kids do well. That's nice by Martinez. He still got the pace. John Queen says, so wasteful. Yes, they are. Look, I think, Ange says, it's sad Xerxes had such a good start at United, and look at him now. Xerxes done. I think as long as we don't get any injuries, again, what are we doing? I can't wait to get rid of Chuckle Brothers in the midfield, says Brad. Yeah, but the problem for me there, Brad, is who do we get in? We need a new team. Who has the best potential, Lacey or Fletcher? Well, Lacey's been the one that people are raving about. Maybe Fletcher. I think Lacey's more of a sort of specialist, player. Is Lacey one of those players that maybe we don't need as much of? I think Zach's. I think Jack Fletcher, is probably a player that we need. So I think right now, I think he's probably what we need. Whereas Lacey may be the better footballer, but I think Jack Fletcher is the one that we need now. They're just getting past us like we're not even there. No one I like will go from the Chuckle Brothers to Del Boy and Rodney, says Brad. Oh, God. Fletcher's going under the radar, in my opinion. And that's it, Dino. That's nice by Shesko. Go on, Shesko. Shesko does need a little bit of strength about him for such a big lad. Dino, you've got these players who are touted as this next big thing, right? And then it's always those players that you least expect. And if you look at the dad, Fletcher was a very, very dependable player. That's really well on back there by Shesko. Hunting in packs, that's better. Come on, Dorgu. That's better. Oh, whatever. Oh, Neville, shut up, you. Shesko needs to finish his chances. Andrew, I think, Shesko. I think Shesko is going to be a good player. I think he needs to toughen up. It reminds me of when Vidic came to the Premier League, right? Vidic wasn't. There's a story of him when he says, he came to the club, and after the training session, he used to walk around. He saw Rooney doing his shots. He saw Giggsy doing someone's wife. And then he saw Rio, and Rio was in the gym, and he basically goes to Rio and goes, you look at me, saying that he's really, really skinny, and Rio, was quite a big lad. I think he needs to bulk up a little bit more. I just think he needs a bit of strength in him. Once he's got that, I think he'll be a fantastic striker. That's Martinez. I have got to say, I do have to eat my words. I think the butcher is looking good, by the way. I think the butcher is looking good. So I got to give it up to you guys who were saying, when the butcher comes back, he's going to be a great player, and you can't wait for the butcher to come back. I think he's been good. Go on, Dallo. Unlucky Dorgu. Luke Shaw. Ugarte. Go on. Cunha. Unlucky. Well, United have come out in this half better. Butcher, look, he does, Dino. I've got to agree. I've got to agree. I was a bit standoffish. I was a bit, let's see. But many of you were just like, he's going to come back and he's going to be brilliant. And I was a bit like, let's see. You guys are right. You guys were 100% right. That's better by United again. They've won the ball back again. This is much better. I can't wait till we have De Ligt, Lucha playing with Mazraoui, says Brad. We need depth. We do need depth. It's Heaven on the ball. Go on, Fletcher. Back to Luke Shaw on this left-hand side. The ball's with Martinez on the halfway line. Back to Heaven. Arsenal have just scored. Arsenal were winning 1-0 against Aston Villa. Arsenal winning against Villa. Ain't Heaven. Cunha, such a mixed bag. Does some great things and then does some silly things. Agree, Dino. That's great. Heaven. Go on, Fletcher. Go on, Heaven. Oh, unlucky. That's nice by Ugarte. Oh, Shesko. That should be 2-0. Offside is fine. It's offside, but that should have been a goal. Is he onside? Shesko, mate, what are you doing? You've got to be scoring that. You've got to be scoring that. You've got to be scoring that, Shesko. Got to be scoring that, Shesko. think I might call it a night and sack this game off. My toenails need cutting, said B. I think that's not a bad idea, mate. Just don't be cutting your nails while you're looking at the game, because you might cut off your toe. At least we were putting in crosses. Shaska is crap. Look, I think Shaska is going to continue to divide opinion, Max. Mate, I'm not going to disrespect that opinion. I think, I don't share that. Just to share, and again, I'm not going to use those words, but I do think Shesko needs to, as Dino says there, he's got to put that away. He's got to put it away. He's got to put it away. There's no excuses for that. He's got to put that away. Oh, come on, United. Too many wasted chances. Newcastle 3-1 game nearly over. And this is what we need to watch. This league is so competitive. It's so competitive. Oh, how did we not score that? Oh my good Lord. Oh, we've got to score these chances. We've got to score these chances. God, how did that not go in? Nico Rutsu, mate, how did that not go in? Why did he stop? Why did Dallo stop? Oh, I'll tell you what, that's a great save. That's a great save. That's a really, really good save. Saved his team there. That is a great save. How many chances do we need to score? Dino, mate, we if Dalot didn't celebrate. Exactly. But I don't understand why he's up there. Dino says Arsenal 2-0. Yeah, look, Arsenal are going to Arsenal are a class act, right? Maybe Arsenal don't bottle it this season. And also as well, to think about this, if Aston Villa lose, and look, I don't want them to lose, if United were to win, United would close that gap. United would close that gap to 7 points. These are the margins. These are the opportunities that this team have been given. We lost to Villa. If Villa lose that out and we were to win, that gap is closed. That gap would be close to 7. And look, by no means do I think that we can get into that top 3 race. But these are the little things that if you just win, Shesko needs time to develop. I do agree. Now, if you look at the way between Chelsea, Liverpool, Chelsea, Liverpool 32, Chelsea 30, United 30, Sunderland 28, Everton 28, Brentford 26, Newcastle 26. Crystal Palace 26, Fulham 26, Spurs 25. It's so close, and these are the games we should be winning. It's just not. It's not excusable tonight to lose this game. All done by Ugarte, Casemiro, United on the break. Dalot. Where is Dalot playing tonight, by the way? That's Cunha. Where is Dalot playing tonight? Well done, Fletcher. Go on, Fletcher. Leeds are playing Liverpool on Thursday and then us on Saturday. We should be getting 6 points this week. Agree with you, Herbie. Agree. But we're playing away. We won't. That's a good tackle. Another corner. Think about it. Every striker we've had, bar Cavani and Ibra, since the good old days has been young or not standard without proper backup. I agree with you, Brad. You know, we if you look at our old strikers, you'd always have 2 or 3. Maybe just think about in terms of what we used to have, right? So you'd have York, Cole, Sheringham, Solskjaer, Berbatov, Tevez, Rooney, Cristiano. Cristiano wasn't really a striker, but you could like argue that. And now we've got Chesko, OB, and Dino. You know, Chelsea, a draw by Chelsea. You know, we could legitimately overtake him tonight. You know, these channels and this media and these when are they going to acknowledge just because we beat and look, the Newcastle game, right? Dino's the he's the score guy. Andrew says United has so much talent, is all underdeveloped. Tactics are questionable. Fletcher's been bullied. We should have 2 or 3 goals, says the real Ross. We should have at least 2. I'd argue. Yeah. Do agree. And Max, this is the point that I make all of the time, Max. Right? Is this the reason why we can't bring in young players into the squad? Is because they don't have protection. They don't have a Roy Keane. Who is going up to these Wolves players when they are bullying these young players and grabbing them by the scruff of the neck and telling them to leave these young boys alone? Nobody's doing it. And this is why, Max, I always say bringing in the youth into this team shouldn't happen. Because they don't have the protection. They don't have the platform to be secure. They don't have the platform and the protection in this side. Go on, Luke Shaw. Get this in. Get this. Oh. And this is... And this, for me, is the problem why we can't play the youth. We're playing youth now because we have to. Scores from around the grounds presented by Dino. Dino is the man on the ground. Luke Shaw getting done there. They need some veterans in their squad. They just need some experience. Luke Shaw getting absolutely done there. Luke Shaw getting absolutely done. Luke Shaw getting absolutely done. And the good thing is now I can swear. What the fuck is he doing? Luke Shaw, fuck off, mate. Like, what are you doing, you absolute fucking idiot? And this is Luke Shaw because... Luke Shaw's got no pace. 0 pace. And this is the outcome. Fucking hell. 62 minutes. And look, to what I was going to say before is this, right? When we talk about a win is a win, and I do agree with that, right? I just want to get through this game and let's get a win, right? Let's get a win. But this is why I say performance is just as important as the result. Because, fuck's sake! Oh my God, how did he miss? I genuinely thought he scored. I genuinely thought he scored then. How did he not score this? Oh my God, how did he? What a save. Oh my God. I genuinely thought he scored that then. Wow. I genuinely thought we scored then. That's why I smashed my book, because I genuinely thought that they scored. James Barry says, wow. James Barry says, nice save. Oh, I have no words. I mean, Dino, very, very Schmeichel-esque there. Nicky says, my arse is about to collapse. Ross says, I'm sick to my stomach. This should be a comfortable win. Our squad is muck after the first 11. I agree with you guys. 100% agree with you guys. Go on, Cunha. Oh, it's dog. It's dog. It's absolutely dog. We've been jinxed by the weasel, Brett. Come on, just do something. Cunha, come on, mate. Oh, thank God we got rid of Invis Arms and Beyinda. God, we're crap, says Max. Damn you, Brett. Brett is a mill. Max, I mean, this is... And this is why I keep saying performance is needed as much as the score, because you take that performance into the next match. This is why I said when people were saying, "Oh, we won against the Geordies," you know, yes, we did, but it's that performance. I really don't see the fuss over Cunha. James, I mean, Cunha's fits and starts. I don't know if Cunha is a victim of the system. Brad says, bring on Lacey. Brad, I don't see what harm that could do. Scott says, Cunha looks good when Mbeumo is next to him. Some of these shouldn't be bench warmers. If Ineos and Sergio, and by the way, Herbie says, Ugarte to score the winner. Come on, my fellow sufferers. One of the things I mentioned the other day, which was missed, and we did a show in it about Sergeant Ratcliffe and why you cannot buy this club. Ineos are sinking. Today, Ineos are struggling. £18 billion of debt. And why that is important is because Sir Jim has got no money to put into this squad. We need players. Max says Wolves are the better side. I think I don't know. Well, Max, it's in my view, it's probably bad enough that Wolves are even in this game. Oh, Cunha, come on, Cunha. Max, I think, is bad enough, and this is no disrespect to Wolves, by the way. This is no disrespect to Wolves. The fact that Wolves are in this game, we are at home. If you play Dallo with a launch ball again, why does he keep on? Why is he running with his fucking long balls again? I mean, this is Bolton. I mean, this is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. What is the point of these long throws? Oh, Dallo, mate, just do something. I demand a weekly wage of 250k for watching this crap. Joe says they need to find passes and put the ball into the damn net and not into the Etihad. It's a corner. Come on. That's a great ball, by the way. We need a goal. We're going to get... Do not despair too much. We are going to get about another 6 minutes of extra time. Kick long football just well. This is survival football. This is survival football. Oof. Never nice to see. He's done. He's done. He's done. You've got to get him off. You've got to get him off. He's hyperflexed his knee there. Has he subbed Casemiro yet? No. No. I mean, who's he going to bring on though? Who's he going to bring on for Casemiro? I was just about to say I see 7 or 8 minutes of injury time. Yeah. All day long. Tell you what, I like that mascara. The funny thing is we look like the team fighting to stay in the league. What minute is it? I've got it as 69, 70 minutes. 170 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes left plus probably 6 or 7, Andrew. Go on, get it. Just force it. Just force it in the net. Force it in the net. That's a good punch, by the way. I tell you what, the Wolves keeper's pretty decent actually. That's a good punch. That's a good punch. That's a great punch. Core. That's impressive. Oh, Dallo and his throws. I mean, what is the point? What is the point? Get this ball forward. 56% possession, 4 shots on target each, 11 shots to us, Wolves, 6. Jose Sarr, great keeper. Really, really good goalkeeper. If we don't win this game, Ineos still won't sack him because they also love suffering. If you look at the other clubs, I thought he punched Shesko then. And it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess, Johnny. I mean, we can unpick the bones of this game, right? Dino, the stats are embarrassing. We can pick through the bones of this anyway. I'll do my match reaction in a bit, and we can pick through the bones of this because it's just a mess. It's just a mess, and yeah, we can blame Afcon and we can blame Fernandez not being fit, but one play. Look, Fernandez has been part of this. What would Fernandez do? Like, Fernandez is not going to improve this. I mean, Luke Shaw, just get the ball to feet. Like, they're now playing 10 hardball, hitting fucking hope. Shall we buy Ramos and hope for the best? No, Chris. Ramos ain't going to do anything. Go on, Shaw. Corner. Only one team I can see scoring. Lenny Yoro's coming on. He's doing his defender sub again. I think he's going to move Martinez into the midfield. I bet he's going to take Casemiro off, and I bet he's going to move. Oh, Mintato's coming on. Come on, Dallo. Do something with it, Dallo. Luke Shaw. What a strange game. There's nothing of note to mention. I absolutely flabbergasted. That's a complete shit show. I agree with you. I don't know. I just don't know what's going on. There is nothing of note. City, Amarin's recruitment out of 10. For City, I'm going to stop you there and just say this is not Amarin's recruitment. This is Ineos's recruitment. Well, you look how I feel after the Forest game. Said David. I've been saying this. That I thought we were awful against Forest. Why is he taking Aiden Heaven off? My biggest issue with Amarin in this game as well is he's made it clear he will sacrifice good performances if it means he can use his system. Glazers out, 100%. Where? What's he doing? Come on, Matato. Fletcher's now playing in the midfield, best player on the pitch, and he takes him off. It baffles me, Dino. Mate, it baffles me, mate. And Max, this is where. No, Max, I will defend this coach, Max. But then, I gotta give it up to people like Max, because Max, you make a good point. What is he doing? Max, and this is why. Old City says, so I don't get kicked out. Look, Old City, you are Oil for City. You are. We don't want the banter, mate. You are not going to get kicked out tonight. Look, we don't want the banter, mate. So bring it on, my friend. You're going to club needs wrapping up at this point. Amarin's terrible. Both owners are terrible. The fans in the stadium are not being loud enough. These are problems. Drogba is a disgrace, but it's a disgrace, but United fans screaming at Amarin and the United players. Are we now playing for a point? What the F? I did nothing. Now look, mate, you come in. Look, mate, I'm not banning you. Chris says I was going to say what Max said. And look, I will. There are things that I will back the coach on, but there's things like this. There's things like this, Max, that this is where I've got to concede. This is where I've got to concede and say, what is Amarin doing here? And if Amarin is playing for a draw here, I find it hard to defend it. I do, Max. I know with every game, as much as I support Amarin to a point, I find this very, 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 very difficult. With each game, maybe Amarin has to go. I mean, Cunha, instead of Cunha all Cunha wants to do is shoot right now. Oh, Cunha. Bring back Pogba. Xavi the next coach of United? No, mate, it's not. I have the power. He-Man. Oh, Dorgu, will you give that ball earlier? 12 minutes. Arsenal winning 3-0. You have my vote. Do it, shut bag. If you don't. Abby says those substitution shows either a lack of confidence in himself or in his players, but both. Chatura is quick. Oh my God. As a Barca fan, we also suffer from this. What changes do you think can work for United? Story, look, mate. What can I say? What do we need to change? We need, look, if we want this to work, we either need to, well, the Glazers and Ineos need to piss off. They either get players in, they sell players, or Amrin has to go. I think those are the options. Wolves are looking to win this. Wolves are bringing it to us at our home. This is embarrassing again. This is embarrassing. Chris says, I'm angry. Chris, I am trying to bottle up my anger right now, but I am trying to be Nicky says, watching a FIFA game simulation is more entertaining. It's painful to watch. He thinks Wolves will fold. Exactly. These are Premier League teams. We cannot be drawing at home, let alone to the bottom team. Agree with you completely. Brad says, the annoying thing for me is that when we win games and pick up points, where we aren't expected to drop points in games that we should win. I think United will undeservedly snatch it in the end. Do you think Wolves are trash this season? No, look. Zaya, I think Wolves are, they're not trash. Wolves, that their club is going through so much stuff, right? There's a reason why they are. That's amazing, Mosquera. That was a foul throw. I think that they're not trash. They're just going through something. But Wolves are not a good side. I am not letting United and I'm not letting Amorim get away with this tonight. Wolves have got 2 points. There is no excuse tonight. Sky says that's why I'm not watching. I'm on Arc Raiders instead. Arc Raiders looks like a good game, says Chris. Neil B says, is a rumour true that one of the bidders that bid for United has offered 500 million sponsorship to United? I've not seen that. I've not seen it. Neil B, I've not seen it. I'll give you my quick opinion on that, by the way. If there's investment in this club, my concern is that if there's any consortium bid, my worry is, and this is what I've said again for the longest time, it's all there. My worry is if this consortium is real, what we could end up is with a consortium who buys the debt, a consortium who backs the Glazers, and we could end up with a triple threat of the consortium and the Glazers and Ineos. And if people want to know, Ineos are in trouble as well. At Arsenal, playing good for Arsenal. Same goes to City and United need some players. We are Arsenal win 4-0, by the way. Oh, terrible. This is embarrassing. Max says we're going to lose. Dino says after show is going to be interesting. Dino, I'm not holding back. Guys, this is why I keep saying. This is why I keep saying you can't trust these fucking players. I'm tired. I keep saying it every game. And the reason why I said today, the reason why I want to win, and the reason why I expect to win, is because there can be no excuses tonight. Where's the paint? I'm going to watch that instead. 4-0 to Arsenal. God, they ramped up the Arsenal. This could be the season. David says consortiums don't work, especially when they don't agree. Bread's toxicity. David, mate, I am with you. I do not want a consortium to come in and get into bed with these. It will be an absolute shit show. If we think it's bad now, the consortium will be a nightmare. It will be probably it will get worse. What's the score? The score is 1-1. Wolves genuinely look like they could go on to win. I mean, 84 minutes. Wolves won. United won. One of the things we did discuss is, Wolves lost 2-1 to Arsenal as well. Ash says embarrassing. Arsenal was slapped on our face, showing this is how it's done. I think Ash, look, I think Arsenal are a different breed. We can't compare, right? We can't compare ourselves right now. Arsenal are in a different league to us. We're just, you can't compare. You can't compare. I think I'm probably going to lose my shit if they score here. Wolves really fancy this, by the way. Story says, in wings, United don't have players and don't have flair to make the attack like others. Arsenal are a team we're not. Should have tried to get Semenyo. Neil. We did, mate. We did, Neil. Let's not pretend, Neil. And I'm not going to bullshit this. We did try to get Semenyo, and we got snubbed. We got snubbed, mate. I'm now worrying when we have to face Arsenal again. We've got Leeds next, mate, away. Ash says, come on, man. They are doing it against Villa without Rice. They're struggling to score against Wolves. But Ash, it's a completely different team. It's a completely different team. But we're not in Arsenal's league. We've not been in any league battle or title for years. Why bring Mentato on to stretch the pitch if everyone just ignores him? I agree with you, Michael. These are so frustrating to watch. They are. If Wolves score JB, I'm done. United bring teams down to their shit level and beat them with experienced players on a shit level. No system is saving us. No player is saving us. We need to reset a proper one. I agree with you. Dominic Calvert-Lewin will score against this defence. I don't disagree with you on that one. Look at it. And it is embarrassing. This is horrible. And original Pro Master, it is, this is just, there is no, and Grace, I agree with you. We've been saying this since the start of the season. Unless you get rid of Ineos and the Glazers, this team, and we were talking about this afternoon. Are we healing? No, because the cancer of the Glazers is still here. They are a tumour on this squad. This is just awful. Let's take a second to think about that silly fan who won't cut his hair until they win 5 games in a row. Isaac says pinpoint Uxbridge. The Wolves are looking up for this now. I think there's going to be at least 6 minutes of added time. We don't look like we're going to score. We have zero idea. There is no idea. Whoever says Jimmy Greaves would score against this shit defence and he's been dead for around 10 years. These players don't deserve to play at Old Trafford. I do agree. He might as well don't cut his hair until we lose 5 games in a row. Maxes need to get rid of Amrin first. The guy's going to look like Cousin It from the Adams Family. United look like jumping fleas on a pitch. No sense of direction. I'll do something here. I'm not sure Luke Shaw would get many Premier teams. He barely makes an effort. This is what I've been saying all season. I can't look. I'm not blaming these young players, by the way. But Dalot, Luke Shaw, I can't stand these players. They're Casemiro. I mean, look at it. It's pathetic. Tom Dino says, no ideas, no drive, no passion. Tom says, just got back from the Jersey Bulls game, lost 2-0, and we were pretty average. Come back to United 1-0. Not a good night. Tom, legend. I hope you're doing extremely well. You could bring on Mr. Blobby. Oh, for God's sake, am I fucking behind? I am behind, aren't I? Yes, I'm behind. Is it offside? I'm fucking behind, aren't I? All the clip says hopefully Amrin is banned tonight. Is bin tonight. Yeah. Rob James says what the F is going on? No, he's off. He's offside. This point is just embarrassing. Nah. It's offside all day long. He's offside, for fuck's sake. He's offside. He's offside. Of course he's offside. Danny says, sack him, JB. IQ level is not very high. And I've been saying this. I say this every game. Low IQ, low intensity, no drive. And I bring Bruno Fernandes into this as well. We're not drawing because Fernandes is not in this team. Danny says, too cowardly, wrong tactics, and subs again at half-time. Performances are the same every game, says Dino. They are. The man has to go, says Max. Aaron has 2 years to mix things up and refuse. It's all on him. So a total charge. And again, I'm just going to say this now. This is why on this channel we do not do extremities. Pathetic. And this is why I don't do extremities on this channel. I don't do stupid fucking thumbnails with my face on them going, oh, we're going for top 4. No, because I know what this team is. I've been saying this. I know what this team is. It is cowardly. It is the players. Amarin is a coward. He keeps saying the same things over and over again. Right, this needs to be a goal. I want 3 points for you guys. I want 3 points for this fan base. Look at that. Fucking mascara. Jane says, was crying out for a 4-4-2 at half time. Lacey on Delo off is a disgrace. When he plays, not buying youth. It wasn't cowardly. There's no one on the bench. First of all, creativity. Oh, for fuck's sake. No press is just. No one wanted the ball, and no one could pass it either. I mean, at this point, we've had some results in this team, right? JB is a realist. It would be funny if you plaster your face on a thumbnail as a new chance. I can't stand all these channels now who put their own face on a thumbnail. I mean, get over your fucking self. I mean, plastering your own face over a thumbnail. I mean, fucking hell. I mean, how much of an egotistical fucking knob do you need to be to keep putting your face all over thumbnails with a stupid fucking like, it's just, that seems to be this new way now where people put their fucking faces on their thumbnails. Stop doing it. It's fucking embarrassing. It is just fucking embarrassing. Like, it's just embarrassing. I just can't be dealing with it. You've got someone's face on it. I mean, Brentford, Everton, Wolves, Bournemouth, all teams United can't beat. We're bang average mid-table team. Eating Ritz on her KFC. Andrew says it's pretty common. No, it is, but I just can't stand it. I mean, like, people care about it, people don't. I just find it embarrassing. Look, people care. People care. People don't care. I just think it's. I just think it's just embarrassing. But look, people don't care. It's just my opinion. I guarantee after this game, I guarantee you there'll be a certain channel and somebody will have a grouchy face on it. Done. Awful. I rescheduled a chiropractic appointment to watch this. Bollocks, guys, got 2 million followers, no more. The guy's got 2 million followers, knows more than you about YouTube. Just look. Just because you've got your tongue up Goldbridge arse doesn't mean that you're right. Doesn't mean that you're right, mate. I don't care. I really couldn't care less. I don't know really what you want me to say. Just because you say that to me doesn't mean I'm still not gonna have an opinion. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to have an opinion on it. So, I don't care, mate. I really, really couldn't give a shit. Unbelievable. These channels make money out of their clubs' misfortunes who claim that they support. Mark says, don't bite, mate. All the clips go lick marks off. Amarin says all these channels make money out of their clubs and misfortunes who claim to support. David, look, mate. The one thing I'm going to say, David, is that this channel doesn't make cash right now. I try to be as real as possible. Max says Amarin out. Tom says that Amarin out. You've got 23 watching. Goldbridge gets 50k. Bothered, mate. Bothered. Look, mate. All the clips. All I've got to say is go and watch Goldbridge. Then, please. Do you know the funny thing? And this is what I am going to say. This right is you're telling me that Goldbridge gets 50,000, yeah? Do you know he's got 2 million subscribers, right? Do you know 50,000 views on 2 million is absolutely dog shit? So if you look at comparison, and this is just something that I need to say, if, for example, he gets like 100k to watch the video, that's 10%. That's 5% of his subscribers. Do you know how shit that is? Do you know how dog shit that is? So, who cares? And he says that I'm out full-time finally. Oldbridge was a bully victim who became a police officer, couldn't hack it. Now he bullies his subscribers and runs his mouth like a fan. The result and performance hasn't really surprised any of us. What were the fans singing at the end there? We have drawn 1-1 with Wolves, take in 1-1 with Wolves. I wasn't aiming at you, buddy. I mean, yeah, look, mate, David, I don't think you are, mate. Look, I don't think you are, buddy. Classic United performance, says Mohammed. 2 million subscribers, more than half of that is bought subscribers. His numbers are faked. So look, guys, I don't actually know what I just watched. I don't know what we just watched. I'm struggling. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I watched. It's embarrassing. Yeah. I am going to do a reaction show. I'm just going to go get a drink, going to go get a cup of tea. And I will be back. I'm just going to go get a drink. I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling that the next show is going to be a long, interesting one. So I'm going to go to the Loop. I'm going to go and get a drink. We watched a comedy show. Dino says, JB, a serious conversation has to be had about this team and the manager. The game was bizarre, completely forgettable. Gutted, says Ryan. Anyone else want to go on, Grace? Mark gets bots in the lives, only certain amount of talk. The pool desk of yours, all right, after 2-3 good dumps. Draw against the worst team in Premier League history. Brentford easily torn apart. Wolves, United, it is a joke. I've got no words. So look, all I'm going to say to end this part of the show is this. We saw Grimsby. We saw Bournemouth, Everton, West Ham. We keep saying this. Each game gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. When you draw and nearly lose at home to the worst ever Premier League team at the moment, questions have to be asked. And I'm going to go away and I'm going to think about it. And I think we need to go and score his place. Mr. Plank says he didn't have much to play with, to be fair. And Mr. Plank, I think you make a good point. I do think you make a good point. So look, I'm going to do a match reaction show very, very shortly. I'm going to go away. I'm going to go to the toilet. I'm going to make a drink. I'm going to come back and we do a match reaction show. I will set that up now. And yeah, so look, I will be back about past 12:30. The game was awful. And Mr. Plank, look, I don't disagree, mate. We're gonna sit down. I want you to bring in your opinions. I want you to bring in your views. We'll go through it. Go and grab a coffee. Go to the toilet. Wash your face. I'm going to come back and then we'll discuss the game. Look, that was a horrible game. Another horrible game. I'm going to give you a spoiler. I'm lost. I don't know. I don't know what this team is. I know who I blame. So look, I'll be back shortly. I'm going to go grab coffee. And then we'll come back. Dorgu Ugarte, the problems is CR7. potentially. So look, I will be back shortly. Thank you for watching the game with me. Thank you for being here. We get through these games together. It's awful. It is awful. But look, we stand together as a community. Look, the one thing I'm going to say is when I come back about like our past, is this. Come back. This is not about us. So we're going to disagree. We're probably not going to agree on all points. But just remember the main thing here is that this is not the fans. This is not you. This is not me. We're all going to be frustrated. We're all going to have a problem. And I think we'll come back and we will discuss it in the correct way. So look, Daniel, we need to come back. Grace, I don't blame the fans. The fans for me are not a problem here at all. The fans for me have got no blame at all. The fans are not culpable in any way. The fans are not to blame at all here. So look, I will be back and we can discuss it in a bit. I'm JB. This is the United Devil channel. That was an absolute atrocious shit game. And I'll see you in about 15 minutes. Take care, and I'll see you